This is Sean with VoicesLiveon. We're here in Holiday Park. Rain, how you doing today?
I'm marvelous, Sean. How are you?
Well, we're here by the fountain. It's a very old fountain. It has a lot of history, just like the park, and you're helping us preserve the history of our clients in a really unique way. Is that right?
Yes, it is.
So there in your arms is something we did for one of our business clients because they have a lot of memorabilia on the wall at Connor's Irish Pub in Broadapple. Is that right?
Yes, sir.
So on the project, essentially what you did is you edited the transcribed script, and you got to hear a lot of the stories of the memorabilia and from the people. So besides actually being a great editor, what did you really enjoy about the project itself?
I enjoyed learning a lot about Connors. I go there all the time, but I never knew any of the history, and I was surprised to see how much of the history I passed by every day and didn't notice.
Yeah, so one of the things that we do, we essentially put cards on the wall with different numbers so people can look at a historical item on the wall, create it like a historical museum, and then look it up online. But what you also were able to do is, once it gets transcribed and edited down, you were able to link all those audio interviews to the table of contents in the book.
Yep, that way you can listen to it while you read it.
That's awesome. And also one of the clients in there, you've already transcribed his book. His name was Tim McKaylee. Mm-hmm. And I know you got to hear a lot about Tim. I think his interviews were a couple hours total, an hour and a half or so. How many pages was that?
About 33 pages, single-spaced.
And then you went through it and essentially you broke it up and just kind of explain what your process was.
I will read the transcript while also listening to the documentary the interviews that you put together. That way I can make sure that it's very concise and it's not choppy when you read it.
And then they have the ability actually to go in and add photos afterwards. We could get a spiral bound like that, but they also can email the PDF with the links and the transcripts to anybody in their family to be able to print out and download, and it's a pretty great service. And I was very impressed that Connors, you essentially got Connors, that whole book done in 24 hours or less, essentially.
Yeah, it's a very quick process for me.
That was great. And what do you love about this new road and being able to help people take their interviews and their life and get it into print so others can read it?
Well, everyone always talks about how they would love to write a book about their life and their history. And your interviews help them put it in words, and then I help them turn it into an actual book so that their dream comes true.
That is awesome. Well, you know what? I'm very impressed with how quickly you turned around those projects. And I've talked to a lot of other clients already that want to get theirs transcribed as well, so people and their families can read it or even have it on, on the coffee table or however they want to do it. So, Rain, I thank you for being prompt, good, smart, and very detailed. It's important for people to be able to read it, and it is smooth and makes perfect sense. Is there anything you'd like to say to the viewers about how you're going to be with transcribing their life?
I would like you to know that I will take very careful precautions when I go through your interviews and I'm transcribing your documentary or interviews, whichever you want to call it, and that I'll be very happy to learn all about you as you tell me and I transcribe it.
That's great. All right, well, I thank you very much for your time. I'm glad you're on the team, and I look forward to you being able to help a lot of people out there.
Thank you, Sean.
You got it.